Hello everyone, I'm Liberty. This is The Oasis with 2 E's. Welcome back to my channel for those of you who have been here before. For those of you that are new, welcome. This video, as I'm sure you can see by the title, is my grief part 2 video. If you haven't watched the first one, go and watch that now. I'm just going over some things that I found useful when I was grieving, when it was all really fresh, things that I found that helped me kind of in that process, helped me to grieve in a healthy way. I am not a counsellor, a therapist, or anything like that, but these are just some things that I found useful. So the first thing is, tip number 1, keep people around you. Keep yourself surrounded by people that are going to keep you grounded, keep you level-headed. It doesn't have to be loads of people, but just a small amount of people, kind of an inner circle, people that are going to keep you level-headed, encourage you, that sort of thing. The worst thing you can do, although it's probably one of the easiest things to do when you're grieving, dealing with loss, is to isolate yourself, but that's the worst thing you could do. So keep people around you. Second thing that I found useful was meditating. So I mentioned in my other video, I think it was my testimony video, that when I found it difficult to pray or to talk to other people about how I was feeling, I would meditate. So I would think of a scripture and go over it in my head or say it out loud to myself a few times. When I was having an anxious thought, I would meditate on something. So meditation is really simple. It sounds odd to some, but it works. And it simply means to go over, to repeat. So yeah, try it, see how it goes. The third thing that I would recommend is counselling. So I know a lot of people kind of shy away from the idea of counselling, but it does help. It's very beneficial. I know loads and loads of people that have had counselling for various reasons, grief and loss being one of them. And I know they would recommend it and they've all found it very beneficial. So give it a go. It could be, you know, from a spiritual advisor, a pastor, a youth leader, anybody, a trained counsellor. I know at my uni they had a counselling service. So if you are a student or something like that, see what's available to you. There are resources out there. I know that each person is entitled to 6 free counselling sessions with your GP a year. So that's also another option. But yeah, as I said before, see what resources are out there, see what resources are available to you, which leads on to my next point about resources, seeing what's out there. I know my mum, for example, she found a bereavement course that she went on really, really useful. And even recently, she was saying to me how beneficial she found it to be. It was with Holy Trinity Brompton, I think, in Kensington. And it was just a few weeks long. You go in once a week, meet other people that are grieving, going through similar things. They share their stories, you share yours. And it's just a great way to meet people that are experiencing the same things you're experiencing and that can empathize with what you're going through. They have pastors and leaders and counsellors on hand to talk to you, encourage you, mentor you, and give you some practical steps on how to grieve in a healthy way. So that's something to look out for. I'm sure there are many other similar sort of things out there, but have a look and see what's around. I'm sure you'll be surprised to what is actually available. The next thing I would say is exercise. If you are active, that's great, keep it going. If you're not so active and you know you could be a bit more active, even if it's just taking a brisk walk every so often, going out, getting some fresh air, going to the gym, anything like that. Get some physical activity in and make sure that you're not sort of sitting down all day. Get active, get that heart rate going. When I was at uni, I would get out some dumbbells and exercise mat and do a little workout at home, or go to the gym. Find a way that suits you, but exercise is proven to improve your mood. You release these hormones, endorphins, melatonin, things that help improve your mood and the way you look at life, the way you look at yourself. So yeah, the next thing that I found useful was just kind of traveling. It doesn't have to be going around the globe and going on these extravagant, expensive holidays. It could simply be going to a different city. I'm from London, and I have taken the odd weekend to just stay somewhere else, a different city, a different environment, different place, just for a couple of nights. And it's great to just get away from the mundane things, your day-to-day life. So it doesn't have to be traveling abroad, but some form of escapism is great, and I definitely found that helpful. These are just a few things that I found useful, a few things that kind of were therapeutic to me, that helped me. There are many more things out there. I may in the future do another video with some extra tips, but that's all for now. And I would say the main thing is just to find balance in everything. Balance is key. So find a balance that works for you. Don't overdo anything. When I think about when I first lost my dad and that whole grieving process, one thing that stood out to me is that losing a loved one has highlighted my own mortality. It reminds me of the fact that I'm mortal. My time on this earth will end at some point. When, I don't know, none of us know, but it's important to ensure that we live the life that we're called to in that period of time. It's all well and good, you know, going out and saying I'm going to live my best life, but I feel like life is not just to be lived for ourselves. It's also that we live a life that can help and impact others, because there are others going through things. There are others that could benefit from our story, from our testimony. So get out there and live, but also live a life that helps others, that benefits others. That's the best. That's the most fulfilling way to live, is to live a life that is not just for you, but a life that extends and reaches out and touches others. So that's all for today. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like if you like it, share, subscribe to the channel, please, and that way you can stay tuned, be updated, notified when I upload another video. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already at the2es.oasis. So that's all for now. Take care.